I made it back. We got back yesterday afternoon. We left Wednesday night. So between Wednesday night and Saturday afternoon, went from New York to North Carolina to Alabama, dropped down into the Florida Panhandle to go across to Mississippi, up into Arkansas, back across Arkansas, through Tennessee, up across into Virginia, and then came home via Pennsylvania and Maryland. And that's a lot in really a good solid 1, 2, 3 days. You know, I showed you guys the video of where the mileage the truck was at. We put 4,000 miles on that truck in 3 days. It was a lot. It was absolutely a lot. The profit's already gone. It paid some bills already. So we turn around and leave again Wednesday night again this week. Actually leaving on my birthday. So I just wanted to show you guys the ponies for a change without some blankets. There's Frank without blanket. Look how good you look, Frank. Hi, buddy. Frank. Yeah, hi, buddy. Yeah, are you saying hi? You look so good. You look so good. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You look so good. I don't have any right now. No, go eat the little bit of hay. Look how good he looks. Oh, we're doing the itchy scratches again. Dude! You cannot go through the fence. I love you. Oh, you're so itchy. Look at that round butt. Look at that round butt. And Frank, people told me I couldn't get you fat. You're not absolutely perfect, but you know what? You're an old man. But you have a lot of weight on. You look good. Yeah, I know. What is so... Oh my God, this spot, I know you're full of dandruff. You're bending my fence gate. Can we not? Look at all that dandruff. Oh, you need a bath. You need a bath. You're bending my gate. Can you please stop? I know, I'm going to stop scratching you. Quartz. Cammy. Nelly. Nelly. Hey, Ellen. Strawberry Critter. Sophie. Gatto. Bjorn. You're a fruitcake. You're a fruitcake, you know that? Look at your itchy butt. Itchy scratchies? Itchy scratchies. Hi, Janie. I'm not scratching your neck because you bend my fence. No. Then we have Dustin and Nicole's horse back there, and then we got Lily. Lily still has her blanket on. Critter still has a blanket on. Then there's Nick. So I've got Liam in the house. Bjorn, oh my gosh, not Bjorn. Donnie! Leave her alone! Dude, you get violent, I'm going to stop. You're bending my fences. Morning, Rachel. Happy Sunday. I know. It is Sunday. All right. You're getting a little too into it. A little too into it, buddy. I need you to not break my fence, please. So, Farrier's coming Wednesday, just FYI, for a bunch of us. I've had a couple people ask me about donating towards feet, if people are interested. It's $50 a trim. You're more than welcome to let me know if you're into it or not. You are going to hurt yourself on something, buddy. You really are. Morning, Christine. You walk away and I can't scratch you. Do I need to put up? I need to put up a brush, don't I? One of them broom brushes and out here on the wall for you. Is that what I need to do? I think so. I keep meaning to and then I forget. All right. We'll put one up later. Yeah, how about that? We'll put one up later. Monica, we do have some up for adoption. Let's see. Actually, they're all outside. Everybody in here is not available. Privately owned. Rescue, not available for adoption, though. He needs a lot more training. Donnie, knock it off. Cammy will be the black one here once I can get on her and make sure she's going to be safe for riding without her eyeballs. We've got a couple of sanctuary horses in here. 3 of these are my personal horses that I like to keep a closer eye on. But everybody available for horses are adoption or outside right now. Let me know what you're looking for. Good morning, Amy and Lynn. Which horse? This is Frank, Ellen. This is Frank. This was the big skinny dude from last winter who was super itchy. You're so itchy. I'm just scratching his withers. And then he tries to put his foot through the fence. Yeah, I'm going to have to put a broom up on the wall later. I cannot have you going through the fence. That's a problem, dude. That is a problem. Oh, good Lord. All right. Well, I wanted to show you guys the horses instead for a change of the road, because normally I'm on the road lately. I do leave again on Wednesday. Yeah, we left on Wednesday, and I leave again on this Wednesday. And Jay and I are going to take a day of it, actually, when we have to go back down to Arkansas. We're going down through Massachusetts. I got to talk to Symphony's owners and see if they're interested in having her home yet or not. I got to see where we're at on the timeline. And, hi. Yes, I know. Going across Massachusetts down to Long Island, and then we're headed down through Tennessee back into Arkansas. We'll actually be taking an evening of it. We're going to get a hotel room for the night. We're going to just chill out and hang out for a little bit. Go get dinner in Little Rock, aren't we? Yeah, we're going to go to Little Rock and do something for my birthday. And then we head back down into Arkansas. We have a horse to pick up there. And we have a horse to pick up in Tennessee, come back north. Huh, buddy? So, busy, aren't we? Yeah, we're busy. It snowed last night. I'm not happy about the snow. But, it snowed. We had, we had bare ground until this morning, last night, when it started again. Huh, buddy? But it's not cold. I don't mind snow and it's not cold, right? Right? It's a good thing. It's always a good thing. There's plans in the works for a spring event for the rescue horses. Gosh. Cranky man. Look at his thighs touched. I didn't think he'd survive the winter. Look at that. Joke's on people. You got Gatto and Bjorn. Well, thank you, Christine. Appreciate that. I got told by a lady in Arkansas when we picked up a horse there. She's like, you look like you're in your mid-20s. I was like, I appreciate that. I'm not, but I appreciate that. Us women that don't want to age do not take this birthday thing easily. That's for sure. So, I'm going to be back on tonight, later. We're going to do another Shadow Work Sunday, like I've done in the past. So I will post that for people. Be on later this evening. Nellie's telling Frank what's what over here. Nellie, you're such a twerp. Would you leave him alone? Maisie. Hi. Yeah? What are you doing? Donnie! Leave her be! God, what? They're all angry today. Go, Frank, go. Go, Frank, go. No, I'm not going to scratch you again. No, you bend my fence. You bent my fence. You get your legs up. He gets his legs up. He gets them through the fence. You don't need to do that. That's not good for you. That's not good for you, buddy. Filming is going to continue for our first YouTube episode. So Jay and I have discussed it. You guys had asked for it. We're going to start up with a horse informational series, video series. We're going to put it on YouTube and not here on Facebook. And we will be posting links when those are done. And Jay and I were talking a lot about that during the trip. It requires writing a script. It requires like pre-thinking with how we want the video format to go. And then I'll send all of the video and stuff over to him. He'll put it all together because that's kind of his specialty of things, other than just driving for us on the road, and being an awesome friend. So, filming will recontinue this week now that my voice is back. I'm hoping the weather holds off. I would like to be able to do that not freezing out here. And we'll kind of go from there. But you guys asked for it. People have said they're going to help me with the video editing and publishing and stuff. So it's going to come about. Of course, you know, being script worked beforehand, we got to make sure we have all of our information. That's why. Good morning, Kelly. I am better, I promise. That's why anything that we use, image and videos that we've asked for you guys to help share. Donnie! Dude! I'll put you outside! Donnie! Ellie, I'm going to beat your horse. Would you knock it off? Sophie's like, just leave me alone. I really think Donnie was a stallion too long into his life frame. Right, Sophie? Yeah, I think so. He's super protective over certain mares. Sophie and Courts being one of them. Two of them. She squirted and kicked all at the same time. Somebody's in heat. Donnie! You cause much more ruckus, I will put your ass outside. Hi, Frank. So as I was saying, you know, everything that we ask, or if you guys submit video or pictures and stuff for the videos that we do put together, credit will be given as credit is needed. But, you know, we're going to make sure that everybody has what they're deserving out of that. My YouTube is not monetized, so don't ask for that. I cannot pay you back for that, for assisting in any of it, but thank you. Your ever loved appreciation and gratitude is really what I can give you at this point in time. But I cannot guarantee when the first one will drop. Like I said, we still have some scripting and video filming to do, and then Jay will take some time putting it all together. The poor guy is going to learn a lot about horses than he really wanted to, probably for a while. So, would you knock it? All right, that's it. Yeah, Ellie, I'm putting him out. This is ridiculous. You're being disruptive. You're being disruptive. That's enough. Yeah, you don't like it when I have to come after you, do you? Oh. Oh, Donnie. Oh. Oh. Stand still. Hey, Devin. Am I back, Jess? What is back? I am back at the farm for right now, yes. No, he's going outside because he's being disruptive, aren't you? Yes, you are. So, you go outside. Yeah, I'm back here and there on videos. No, deal with it. Don't step on the cat. Don't push me over either. Wait. Respective space. Selling horses? No. Oh, no. No, God, no. Nope. I am not going to do that again. People can't play nice, so I don't do it. Goodbye. Oh, I've been sick, Devin. I'm on week 3. Week 3. I'm actually almost over it. I could not breathe like 4 days ago. I couldn't cough without hacking up a lung. It was bad. It was bad. But no, I'm not back selling horses. I'm still housing some. We have one. Hi, Tova. We have one available now for adoption. I got to finalize some stuff up on Petey and what is her name? Oh my gosh, Maple. Petey and Maple have homes to go to. I need to finalize things for them. I have a lady interested in Blessing, and then Banshee, Nick, oh my gosh, Banshee, Nick, Maddie, and Cammy are the only 4 that we have left at this point then. So down to 4 would be great. We have 2 sanctuary horses. So, and then the rest are either personal or boarded. So it's kind of nice, you know, being down in numbers, not having to deal with all of the people, not having to deal with a lot of the drama behind it. People telling me I don't know what I'm talking about when I do. But yeah, so it's all good. I do have people that tell me they're looking for horses. So if you guys know of anybody, one lady is looking for an older mule. Another lady was looking for kid safe lesson horse. Preferably stock horse, quarter horse paint for them. Hi, Woody. Yeah. Somebody else was looking for something, and I don't remember what it was. But so yeah, older mules and a lesson stock horse is currently what is on the watch list. Oh, and somebody was looking for a pony. 10 to 12 hands. So I'm on the lookout for that type of thing for people while I'm on my trips, you know, driving. You know, I sometimes run into horse dealers. I run into people that are just have extra horses for sale. You just never know more than anything. You know, when you're doing hauling and you're running across the country, it's interesting what you might run into. Yes, Blessing is outside. She is way in the back. That little black dot right there. Oh, Devin, I'm sorry. I saw something in your life took a big drastic change. I'm not going to ask on here, but you're getting hugs from me because I know how rough making hard life choices is. So, I'm going to head back into the house. I've got some projects to work on in there. Finally get Christmas put away in the attic, maybe. It's still rampaging through the house. Oh, Devin, I'm sorry. I really am. That sucks. People suck. There you go. Woody, Petey, Banshee, Donnie going back to the water trough, and Maddie. Banshee, what are you doing? What are we doing? I'm not coming after you. There's a fence there. Don't worry. What? I'm just looking at how pretty you are. You can get your drink. Hey, Ann. Devin, I understand. I completely understand. You don't need to explain it to me. Maddie. My new barn help, Rachel, is awesome. I've showed her a few things, especially with the horses. She comes out, she spends a lot of time with them. She hangs out with them. She's interested in Maddie, but I told her that Maddie's got a problem, so we're going to see about maybe kind of co-working through that some more. I'm going to guess she's probably going to work on her with the ground. So. And then Dragon is still at the trainer. The trainer is having a cult starting series. If you guys are interested, it is posted on my main usual Facebook page. You can find anything of his profile on either either of my profile pages, because I have two. I know a bunch of you guys are like, what is going on with that? Well, my main Facebook profile gets banned from commenting every once in a while. So, and I don't like that, so I go over to my other profile page. And so I've kind of been switching them back and forth. But when it gets banned, then I can't comment on this business page. So I have to make sure I have access to that. So that's why I have two pages. It can be confusing. I'm very sorry. But it still works. And Dragon's page is kind of like blowing up right now because of everything he's doing over at the trainers. Maple and Banshee. I swear. Moody Mares. Banshee! Right, Petey? Moody Mares. Moody Mares. I guess the barn owner of the place that Dragon is at used to be is a carded reining judge, who absolutely loves him, which really gives me a sense of good pride and thankfulness that I have a good horse. When a national carded reining judge who has multiple champion trophies in their belt and a Congress champion reining horse, looks at your horse and goes, yeah, I like him. It kind of throws you in a little bit of a pride shock, you know? It's kind of weird and nice all at the same time. So Dragon's been hanging out over there with them. I did see him a couple weeks ago. He's kind of miserable because he doesn't want to learn. He's been too used to being a couch potato. And he's like, I don't want to do this. And I said, I don't care. You're doing this anyway. How do I go looking for barn help? I don't. I really don't. I quit looking for barn help last year when people said they'd be around. Didn't, which I understand life. And I'm not holding anybody against that. And then when I actually put out an ad asking for help, I got crickets. And so my husband had to go about doing a lot of it. There's the trainer calling right now. I'll message him. I'll call you back. So my husband and I really kind of dealt with the chores by ourselves for quite a bit. Even with me being on the road, he figured out how to work and get to work and do morning chores. He had to help do the evening chores, and when I was gone, that doesn't work quite great. He's out quite late. So we try to make it as easy as possible. And then, a co-friend of Jim and I's, just kind of messaged and said, hey, my girlfriend was looking to help if you guys had the possibility. And I was like, well, I can't pay her right now because it was around Christmas time. And we did not have the money at Christmas time to do much of anything. My God, Banshee's miserable. She's still out there throwing a hissy fit. And, so January came around, mid-January, and they messaged again. They're like, hey, don't you need... And I was like, yeah, I do need help. I need help. And so we, had her show up. I showed her some of the basic stuff that she could handle while I was gone. Then I could show her some more. Jim showed her some stuff while I was gone till we could show her some more. And now Rachel's kind of just like inserted herself as being, again, I've said to everybody, trust in relationships and stuff like that. But Rachel doesn't do anything that she's not sure of without asking, which I respect. It's appreciated. She asks for help. She looks for things to do. Unlike the last kid. The last kid was doing really good. I praised him. Come on, smudge, Tova. And then for a while, he quit doing his job. And quit, You know, it'd take him 4 hours to clean 3 stalls. And I was like, that's not right. That's not how this works. I'm not paying you that much to do that little bit of work. So, we let him, he left us, and then he tried coming back, and I said, no, that's not happening. I'm sorry. And I know his mom's going to watch this, and he had good work ethic until the end. So he just needs to grow up a little bit more, and we can try again. So, but he was a lot of help in the very beginning, and I appreciate that part. So the kid's got a good work ethic when he can stay on task. We'll put it that way. Gatto, it's Critter. Knock it off. But yeah, so Rachel kind of found us. Hey, Hillary. And she's kind of established herself as being pretty valuable around here. You'll see some of the tails are braided. She's braided them, brushed them out and braided them. She did have Gatto in the cross ties and groomed him, as much as dirty as he is already, of course. Gatto. And she makes sure everybody needs something. Or doesn't need everything, but gets what they want, or gets something extra, or whatever. You know, Rachel's just been really good. Hey, Maria. Yeah, everyone is grumpy. Nobody wants to snow back. That's the problem. So, yeah. You guys have your cat food. It's in the feed room. Rachel's been invaluable along with Dustin and Nicole keeping up with the stalls. I couldn't do it while I'm away. And I know I've explained that to people before. I cannot keep up with all of the work while I'm on the road. This one's not as clean, but it's not as dirty either. They used to be so bad. Oh my God, disgusting. If you remember them from last winter. I gotta get water for Symphony. You guys have water, right? Yep. Kristen, hello. So yeah, that's kind of what we've been going on. I know a bunch of you guys are late to the party, but it is the weather. Everybody's ready. Yep, everybody's over it. We're ready to be over it. We're tired of the cold. We're tired of the snow. I've gotten spoiled. Jay and I got to experience 80-degree weather in Georgia on Thursday. It was nice. We got to experience 7-degree weather in Mississippi. It was nice. Could not get a tan when you're only there for like 6 hours on the road, but, you know, we tried. Morning, Lori. So, it is a lot more organized. The barn is a lot cleaner. Bring on fly season. Yeah, exactly. Bring on fly season. We're going to have a lot less flies this year. That's for darn sure. It is a lot more organized. Rachel keeps up with it. She keeps the floor swept. She cleans out the gutter. She keeps the barn organized. They've got the buckets back together. The buckets were like all over the frickin' place. I don't know where they were. She scrubbed them. She puts them all back. The only thing I have to attack now is that room. I have to get all of that cleaned up. Finally had a pleasant day this year. Oh, good, Hillary. That's good. Definitely February blues. I'm hopefully gonna have a day to take blankets out and scrub blankets this spring. I need to get the tack room organized. Rachel has looked at it and looked at me, and I looked at her and I went, I know. So yes, we are going to be working on the tack room, getting more of that organized, figured out what do I really need, what can I get rid of, knowing full well you have water in the dish. Yes, you have water in the dish right here. Figuring out what exactly can I get rid of, what do I need to keep. Knowing full well at this point that Dragon is going to be showable this year, I'm so excited. I know the trainer's got high hopes for Dragon because he's going to be fully rideable and capable stallion. Huh, Symphony? And that makes him a more valuable stallion. What did you do with that bucket? Did we hide the bucket? We hid the bucket. Symphony likes to poop in her water. It's disgusting. Huh. You're disgusting when you do that. Start with that, I'll get you more. Yeah, start with that, I'll get you more. You figure out how long you've been here. That's awesome. Yes, I know. I can't wait to see Dragon in the arena as well. Smudgy. Yeah, Smudgy's here. Anything new on Billy and the kids? I know there's been some drama in the household. No, you guys are fine. Hey, Megan, you need to rewatch the first part of this video. Your horse is crazy. I know there's been some drama. That's not what I'm looking for. In the household, I don't know about Billy himself, but let's just say Ian and Megan's influence is not good for his own kids. If you followed the Megan saga last winter, last year, not last year, but the year before and that winter after, Ian is the boyfriend that she followed to Cheektowaga. And, Frank was crazy. How much snow did we get? We got a dusting. I love that you pop yourself out of that hole in the wall. It's funny. Ian has 2 kids, 2 or 3 kids, maybe it's 3, with the previous wife, the ex-wife. Well, the ex-wife and I are friends, and she lets me know what happens with things, and it's quite humorous, actually. So I kind of have an inside on what goes on, and let's just say Ian needs to get his act together. He needs to become a real dad again. Who's going to show him Dragon? The trainer is going to show Dragon for the first few. Because he's going to have the buttons. He's going to know the buttons. He knows that professional ring better than I do right now. We're talking about putting Dragon into reining. Reining, cow roping, working cow horse. And I know the ranch riding, but Dragon doesn't know the show ring well, so I'm going to leave that to the trainer for the first few rounds. And then I will probably finish out the year with Dragon and the ranch riding ring. I'm going to have to get myself a pair of chinks. I don't have a pair of chinks for myself. And that's okay, because that means I don't have to worry about scaling my body down too quickly to fit into my blingy show outfits. I can wear a plain button-down shirt with a scarf, because ranch riding is very plain. It is not flashy. It is not blingy. It is not shiny. It is very much plain, classic cowboy, cowgirl ranch look. So we're going to go for that look. Yeah, well, that bucket, I just had the water poured it into her other bucket, which I know you're on for that, but still. You can't have that bucket. You poop in those buckets. And it's disgusting. You're so loud. Okay. cats. I know, it is very exciting. I'm super happy for it to be coming around finally. What are you doing, Tova? You're covered in snow. Yeah, ranch is going to be really interesting. The only unfortunate part for Dragon is that he's got to go right into a curb bit, the curb western bits, where he's not ready for that yet. And so we've got to kind of accelerate that training a little bit, but I know the trainer's working on that. He did throw a good buck at him yesterday, day before, and the trainer had to get after him and tell him no, that bucking was not okay. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm finally getting my hayloft cleaned out. We got a ton of loose hay up there, and so I'm finally pushing all that loose hay down here. I keep telling everybody else, push the hay out. Push the hay out. I need to go get sawdust. Of course, my sawdust trucks are down. I can't wait till the dumpster gets emptied this week. Right, Tova? Snow! Snow. So, and then I'm going to take that thing finally and get it over to the repair shop. Get that fixed. Because that thing is more profitable than the 2-horse. But, alright. Well, I've got to carry some stuff into the house from the truck because I just parked it last night and did not empty it. My phone says it's at 15% battery. And, yeah. So I'll catch a bunch of you guys later. Like I said, I will be back on doing... There's Smudgy peeking through the bottom of the door. We'll be back on tonight doing a shadow work Sunday. Toddler tantrums. That's exactly what he did. And then I will be in working on finalizing some bunch of projects that I've started with you guys that I need to get done. So, right, Tova? Yes. Emily will be by the phone and the computer the rest of the day. Yes, she will. Yes, she will. So, all right, you guys. Hey, we'll catch you later. Thanks for hanging out with me this early afternoon. Right, Tova? Yes. And we'll catch you later.